Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the South Jersey Field of Dreams and Faces for Autism celebration dinner. Over the last 20 years, not only have our volunteers been our backbone, but without our parents and without support of our bigger crowds and bigger families, the Field of Dreams cannot run the way it has. And my next guest tonight, her family has been involved since the very beginning. She's adopted many children and have been deeply, deeply involved with the South Jersey Field of Dreams, here to share her experiences with us. Tonight, please welcome Mary Geary as a parent. Mary, thank you for uh, agreeing to do this tonight. I mean, as I said, you've been involved in the beginning, since the beginning, so you can tell us a little bit about, how you started, how you heard about us, and so forth.
I don't know exactly how I heard about the organization. It may have been when you first started through word of mouth, a newspaper article, a radio announcement. I knew it was going to be a good fit for my children because all of our children were special needs, and there was nothing out there where I could feel comfortable that they would fit in without judgment. Our children are everything from ambulatory issues to being totally non-mobile, cognitive issues, socially inappropriate behaviors. And it was some place that I felt we could trial them to see if they would be among children of like physical issues, behavioral issues, and someplace that I could go as a parent to seek support on days that I was having a bad day.
And Mary, like I've said all along tonight, it's, we're all a family. We're all here for each other. We've all been friends for years and years. And you need that supportive environment. You need to hear the stories from my mom and other parents to know, hey, I'm not alone.
That's it. The field itself is one of those places where I can go when I'm having a pity party. And as soon as I park my car and get out of it, I can look around and see that on my worst day, there's someone who's having an even worse day. When my child is acting out very selfishly, I can look around and see I'm not alone, or I can let my child run and realize that every other parent there is looking out for my child as I'm looking out for theirs. It's a place where my children have learned to grow socially. They have learned to grow in a team environment. They have learned to grow physically. They have learned to grow academically because they have learned the role that they have to take on that team. Um, it's the place that they look forward to every year. And some of my children are still going, but the Field of Dreams and the Hoops program has given some of my children the ability to grow through the program. And they've gone on to other team sports. Some of them have stopped doing athletic programs, but they've gone on to other programs that the Field and Hoops have given them the foundation for.
Yeah, and you need that foundation. You need the building blocks to say, okay, the field's here, hoops is here, cut saw that in half. Here's another program that I think my child would like to try. And just as you're saying, a lot of our athletes, I know for a fact, have been very active participants in the Special Olympics program.
Yes, mine have done things like been in court. Mine have not done Special Olympics, but mine have gone on to work as managers within the school district with marching band. And because of the skills that they've learned at the field and how to work on a team with a lot of people around, they have learned to work with, right now, one of mine just did a season with the marching band with 96 kids, and they've learned independence and they've learned the skills to work socially. I know a lot of the kids do work with things like Special Olympics. Mine have gone on in a different direction because they've learned the independence that comes from me being able to sit on one side of the screen and watch them, where the field has given them the support on the other side with the volunteers that they're so many of. And I am always amazed by the number of volunteers you're able to get out there every week. There's just a security from knowing the growth you see with the youth participants at the field that allows them to grow through the years. I also have one that swears they're never going to leave Field of Dreams, that they're going to stay. When I would have expected them to be old enough to leave, they swear they're never going to leave, which is wonderful because it's a place that, like I said, they're secure, they're comfortable, and I'm happy to be there every Sunday or Friday or whatever it takes, whether it's the winter season, the fall season, or the spring season. It's just, it's a happy, family, safe environment that I was so privileged to find.
Yeah, and you and so many other parents tonight have told me that same exact story. I mean, people, and also, just as you said, the volunteers, for a lot of them, it's a life lesson. And high schools such as ACIT, they got a chance to learn and see what it's like, because not everybody knows what say your children or myself, for example, are going through on a day-to-day basis. So I think it's not only special and all, but it's also eye-opening at the same time.
Absolutely. To be exposed to differently abled youth makes the future of our generations and our world so much different. I'm much older than you, and I'm much older than most of the parents out there. And growing up, we were not exposed to differently abled people. And therefore, a lot of the people my age are less tolerant. And to be able to have the youth of today exposed to my children or to yourself, and to learn what it takes, and to go out and see how they are so at ease, maybe a little awkward the first time, maybe a little hesitant, but by the end of that first game, to see them laughing, to see them high-fiving, to see them running the bases, to see them comfortably pushing a wheelchair. It's tear jerking in the best use of that term, to sit there and realize that there is hope, not only for the youth that are out there playing, but for the youth that are playing with them. It's a wonderful, heartwarming experience that even those that aren't participating in the game, I tell everybody, if you want to have a really good afternoon, go out and watch a game. I'm forever dragging people out there just to go watch a game.
Yeah, I mean, if you want something that, as Mary said, will bring literal tears to your eyes, go watch a game. I've heard stories, children have exceeded milestones that they weren't expected to exceed just because they visited us at the Field of Dreams. Moving on, next question. Since you've been involved in the beginning, Mary, do you have, and I'll let you share a few of them if you have them, a favorite memory or memories
I don't know how much time we have. Um,
We've got all the time in the all the time in the world. I could, yeah, go on. I don't care how long this goes. Go on.
um, boy, I could cry. How about the day that I saw the banner that had Liam's name on it for Angels in the Outfield?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's things like that, you know, it's talking about things that I can't even get it out, things that bring tears to your eyes.
And I think that's where it all sits, is it's not the big grandiose things that make you get the warm fuzzies. It's that meant more to my family. The bench meant a lot to me. Believe me, the bench means a lot because it's something I can physically go sit on. And I do. On a bad day, I go sit on the bench. But the first time I saw that banner with our son's name on it meant to us that he had not been forgotten, that he meant something to other people besides us.
Yeah, I mean, I never expected to sit here and get emotional doing one of these, but you know, everybody me means something to all of us, and those that are no longer here, Liam, Montana Bird, our beloved announcer Wayne Corte, those that are no longer here, they will forever live on as a piece of the South Jersey Field of Dreams. When our board members go, those that have been involved in the beginning, they will forever live on as a piece of the South Jersey Field of Dreams. We will, it's not only the special moments, but as Mary can tell you, it's the legacies of the people that founded the organization, and I'm going to do this again. Thank you, board members, for all you've done over the last 2 decades. Doing things like sitting down with Mary here is what makes it special. The hearing the personal stories from the parents, from the community, from the volunteers, simply asking, what does the Field of Dreams mean to you? Here's a clear-cut answer. Let's try and regather ourselves here. You know, in the Field of Dreams is a special place. I will play our old video from forever ago. I found it from Jake Glassy from eons ago. That'll be played a little later at the end. Mary, if you could give anyone any advice, someone's watching this tonight and says, look, I want to be involved in this. Would you please tell people why they should bring their baseball players and or staff members out to volunteer?
Every child deserves a chance to pick up a baseball bat. Every child deserves the chance to wear a baseball glove. And it doesn't matter if they can stand on their own or if they need help. It's baseball, and it's the American way.
Yep. And that, my friends, is the pure definition of the South Jersey Field of Dreams. If you would like more information, visit our website, www.southjerseyfieldofdreams.com. We're on Facebook, the Facebook site, facebook.com/ South Jersey Field of Dreams. If you have any questions, reach out to Mary, reach out to myself. We would be happy to help you, to give you any information. And as Mary said in the beginning, she is constantly dragging people out, as am I. Friends that have never seen it, that have heard the story, that have wanted to see it, or people that have come back time and time again. It's the stories tonight, my friends, that are making the biggest difference. Mary, thank you for doing tonight's broadcast.
Thank you, Jacob.
And I will, hold on, let me get that. And